I want to hit on literally everything that you just said, but let's first start with Michael Wolff, an author, a journalist. Those emails were egregious. He was essentially consulting a sex offender, and I want to read them because I have them full just so no one loses context here. This is what he says. He says, I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in scrum afterwards. That's what Wolf said to Epstein. And Epstein said, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? Wolf then responds, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that, when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in the Trump regime. Wolf responded to those emails yesterday. It seemed like he was embarrassed by them. And he said that essentially Epstein was afraid to publicly say about anything about Donald Trump. Do you think that's true?
Well, I mean, the record shows that after Trump was elected for his first term, it seems that Jeffrey Epstein was emailing a lot of individuals talking about information he had on Donald Trump and also critiquing uh, different things that Donald Trump was doing in his administration. He even wrote an email to a Norwegian official in advance of Donald Trump's first meeting with Vladimir Putin, in which he said that he could provide insight for Putin and the Russians into Donald Trump. So Jeffrey Epstein was certainly, it seems to me, becoming a major problem for Donald Trump behind the scenes because he was talking about his character with very important people through these emails. And certainly putting it out there to individuals that he had the goods on Donald Trump. However, as far as we know, Jeffrey Epstein never acted on that in terms of giving an interview or stating anything publicly. But all of this information is disturbing in the sense that it really shows that despite Donald Trump's previous statements that he knew nothing about Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking, that these emails seem to draw Donald Trump much closer into the web, particularly in terms of spending time at Jeffrey Epstein's home, spending time around some of the underage girls. There's a disturbing email that Jeffrey Epstein wrote to a financial reporter and friend at the New York Times, in which he said, I have photos of Donald Trump in my kitchen with girls in bikinis. Would you like those photos? So what went on behind the scenes at Jeffrey Epstein's mansions in New York and Florida is now beginning to be crystallized to some degree. And we're seeing that Donald Trump's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein appears to be much deeper than Trump has acknowledged.